Marriage is no different than renting a house, at least legally. Here's the real naked truth. Now, you can argue as to what biblical marriage is or isn't, but today, in the eyes of the law, you're not married until you have your marriage license, which is basically a contract between two people, much like a rental contract, which I'll get into in a second. See, marriages didn't need to be legal in biblical times because women had no rights to anything. They were just property. If your husband died, you better find a new man or go back to your dad because you're not getting any of your dead husband's stuff, including the kids. Now today, thankfully, women are not seen as property, and so legal rights, next of kin, home ownership, insurance money, etc., needed to be set up, so legal marriage laws. But what about divorce? Now again, biblically, it didn't matter because a woman didn't get shit if her husband divorced her. He could just kick her out. But today, this is where legal marriage is like renting out a house. It's a contract. If I'm a landlord, I can rent my house out to someone and we sign a contract. If I want another person to move in, I can't simply sign another contract and move them in too. I have to get rid of the first tenant, and there may be some legal ramifications depending on why I'm doing it. They could sue me. Such is marriage. It's a contract. And if you want to get divorced, you have to negotiate what that means legally, and you can get sued for custody, assets, etc. If you get remarried, that sets up a whole nother legal scenario. And you can get married as many times as you want, but only after getting out of your old contract. Now, one more thing. If a landlord said they only rent to women or only rent to men, that would be illegal. That's discrimination, which is why a marriage contract in a legal sense is not allowed to discriminate. You can marry whomever you want, just one at a time. And that's the real naked truth. Subscribe, comment, like, do whatever you want. It's a free country. You can find us on Twitter at RealNakedTruth2.